Hi tubies, I'm here again. Forgive me, I really did just wake up. I woke about 9 o'clock, but I'm just being lazy today. But this video is going to be a video response to CricketSong's question and answer part 8. And I wanted to help her out a little bit with the, sorry, getting the camera, with the question from Egyptian, because I believe personally it's that deity is so complex. It's almost, in fact it is, further, it's so incomprehensible to our minds. And most Wiccans perceive deity as, essentially, they see it as the forces of nature. Now, going back to what CricketSong's said, she sees it as one with two personalities. That is one way of looking at it, of course, and that's how most Wiccans perceive it on a personal level. Honestly, the truthful thing that we really do see as divine spirit, if you had to label it, is nature. And nature itself, since it's something that we still can't understand or perceive, so we put a face on it, we make the goddess and the god. But the one is nature. So really it does tie in back to what she said, which is why, you know, when you try to think of particular or certain aspects of life or ethics, for example, and I'm going to use the example of vegetarianism. Many people feel in vegetarianism because in the next life we incarnate into animals, which isn't, necessarily wrong, but you have to look at it from this aspect. In nature, different species fight and argue. It's in nature. We are physically incapable of going through life without harming something. We as Wiccans strive to understand that, and that when we do, we try to make amends for it. Whether karmically or benefiting the object that we have harmed. But that's just an example. As far as pantheons go, take me for example. My matron is the Irish breed, and my patron is the Egyptian Anubis. They don't always correspond, and you may not all use them both at the same time. Simply, the only reason that we use names and figures is because we want to put a face, we want to put a personality to the spirit that is. So for example, let's use a breed for example. I like Breed because I like her personality, the way the Irish perceived her. I like the way she is. I think that's spirit, to me. That's how I perceive it. But we all know that spirit is simply incomprehensible to us. You will hear many Wiccans, many witches say we are a part of the same universe. We're all children of the same universe, or all gods in one God. And this is true because we see particularly spirit or divinity as a big gemstone. We can't see the whole gemstone. We can see just a facade. And though I see one, you may see another, or a different pattern. And just like us in Christianity, we see one pattern or one facade, and they see a different. Not that we're necessarily one of us is right or wrong. So, in the same context, no deity is right or wrong, depending on geographical location or anything like that. If you understand the great spirit that is, if you perceive them as Thoth or Isis or Anubis or Osiris, if that's what you have that's what you feel is their personality, how they are, then by all means, that's what you should use. Now, this concept too also helped me to understand the aspect of Christian Wicca, though I don't basically agree with it, but the context is back to what CricketSong said, that spirit as one has both masculine and feminine qualities, as do we all. So it just may be from one person's vision, perspective of the facade as Jesus and Mary. perhaps that's what they honestly feel is what they can connect to spirit. Not that, it's necessarily the Christianized version, but if that's how they can perceive it, then that's what they go with. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, there are many different gods and goddesses because there's different pantheons, different cultures, but if you look at them all, they almost all have different qualities. I don't know what type of example I could use, but I'm gonna say, like, trying to connect two here. You have something from one pantheon and something from another. They both may rule the same particular aspect, or such as moon goddess, for example. Yes, they both rule the moon, but in different cultures and different societies, one could see them as prospectively a bubbly, cheerful person, where the other one sees them as quite anal, quite upset, quite unusual, quite erotic, or whatever. It's just, that's why we use pantheons, is because we personally want to be able to understand the aspect of the moon, for example. If we want to put a personality on the moon, I might say, well, I feel that Diana is the best representation of the moon because of this, this, and this, but another person may not necessarily agree. So, I really hope that really explains it more for you. You have absolutely no problem, like I said, using the Egyptian pantheon living in England. In fact, quite a bit of witches and Wiccans in England do use the Egyptian pantheon because it's one of the most knowledgeable, one of the most famed ones. But yeah, I really hope that answers your question. It helps to add on to what CricketSong's said. It really does help, I like the way she put it, but it's just the idea of deity is so complex. I don't think any one person could ever entirely explain the whole thing. But I really hope that really helps you further, and blessed be to everyone.